Hello, welcome to this short yoga practice for waking the body up in the morning. I don't know about you, but when I first get out of bed in the morning, my body is often a little bit tired and stiff, achy, sometimes even a bit crunchy in some places. And I also know that we don't always have a huge amount of time to practice first thing in the morning. So I've designed this short sequence as a way of starting the day by coming into the body, bringing some movement into the body, in the hope that it will help you to feel more alert, more alive, and a little bit brighter throughout the day. So we're going to start cross-legged, trying to find any comfortable cross-legged position that works for you. If you find that your knees are a little bit higher than your hips here, so if you can see here, my hips are down here, knees are lifted up a little bit. If that's the case for you, it's a really good idea to bring some support for the hips. So that can be obviously a yoga block if you happen to have one lying around. If you don't have a block, that's no problem. A folded up blanket or towel, or even a cushion, a normal household cushion can work. So just coming to sit on that little bit of support to lift the hips up, and that will help the knees to drop down so that we have this good triangle base for the body. So the hands can come to rest on the knees or in the lap if that's more comfortable, and almost imagining that there's a golden thread running all the way up through the spinal column, out the top of the head, so that the spine and the upper body can sort of hang from this column, so we can let go of the tension in the shoulders but have a sense of uplift in the upper body. And just pausing for a moment here, being with the breath. So as you inhale, having this sense of the breath filling out the body, reaching down into all sorts of little bits of space in the body that perhaps you might not otherwise notice. And then as you exhale, just letting that go, letting everything soften a little bit. And again, inhaling, noticing and exploring all the space inside the body with the breath. And exhale, letting that go. So we're going to start taking a few movements now. So bringing the hands alongside the hips, turning the palms upwards. And as we inhale, we're going to reach the arms out as wide as we can, making this big circle so that the hands come all the way up above the head and the palms come to meet. And then we exhale, drawing the hands down through the midline of the body. You might pause for a moment over the heart center and then releasing the arms back down, coming alongside the hips. So let's take a few more of those circles in your own time, working with your breath. Inhaling all the way up. Exhale, drawing the hands down through the midline. Inhale, circling all the way up. Feeling how the shoulder blades here are starting to move and rotate and glide through the back of the body. And then finally drawing the hands back down through the midline and pausing with the hands at heart center for a moment. Feeling as we breathe in the breastbone gently pressing against the thumbs, and as we breathe out, the shoulders dropping down, shoulder blades gliding down the back of the body, and then releasing the hands. So we're going to start making some movements with the neck here and the head. So just going really, really gently and taking good care of your own body here. You don't have to make these movements very large in order for it to have a good effect on the body. So your hands can rest in your lap or on your knees as feels comfortable for you, just letting the arms be relaxed. And then as we inhale, we gently lift the chin, extending through the throat, protecting this delicate area, so not going too far. And then exhale, dropping the chin down to the chest, feeling this stretch into the back of the neck. Maybe there's even sensation running down into the shoulders. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, dropping chin to chest. Let's take two more of these. So inhale, lifting up. And exhale, dropping all the way down. And then inhale, coming back to center. So from here we're going to turn the head to the side next, as if we were shaking our head no. So we inhale at center, exhale, turning the head towards the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. So we'll do one more on each side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. And coming back to center. This time dropping the ear over towards the shoulder. So taking the head to the side like so. So again, we inhale at center, we exhale, dropping the head over to the right, feeling this lovely stretch all the way down the left-hand side of the neck and the shoulder. Inhale center, exhale, dropping the head to the left. Inhale center, exhale right. Inhale center, exhale left. One more on each side. Inhale center, exhale to the right. Inhale center, and exhale to the left. Inhale, coming back to center. And from here, bringing the hands behind you and taking the legs out in front of you. So give the legs a little bit of a shake. You might point and flex the toes, and then bringing them back in and crossing the legs the opposite way round. Doesn't matter if you can't remember which way round you had them before, just cross the legs whichever way feels best for you just now. So from here we're going to take some movements into the shoulders and the arms. So inhale, reaching the arms all the way up, reaching the fingertips as far as they'll go, and exhale, and then inhale, stretching the left fingertips a little bit higher. Exhale, returning to center. Inhale right, exhale center. Inhale left, exhale center. Inhale right, exhale center. Give the arms a shake all the way down. Bringing the hands to rest alongside the hips now. We're going to inhale, we're going to make fists with the hands and draw the shoulders all the way up to the ears, screwing the face up tight as well if you want to, and then exhale with a big sigh, let it all go. So let's take 3 more of those. And one more. Lovely, give the arms a little bit of a shake. I'm coming into a side stretch now, so coming to place the right hand down onto the floor and taking the left arm up and over, stretching into the side of the body. So you can really play around with how much effort, how much stretch you want or you have available here. So you can make this really gentle, bringing the arm up. You can let the arm be soft as well if that feels more comfortable for you. There's still a lovely stretch happening here along the side of the body. So as you inhale, you can feel the rib cage expand. And as you exhale, maybe the shoulders drop away from the ears again. Or you can make this more of an extension, perhaps bending the right elbow, reaching the fingertips up and over a little bit more. And then coming back to center. This time placing the left hand down, taking the right arm up and over. So again, you can make this gentle and small, or you can extend and make it a much bigger stretch, just depending on what feels right for your body here. So we're peeling that upper arm back, creating space in the chest and space along the side of the rib cage. And then coming back to center. And then from here, we're going to come round onto all fours. So removing whatever support you've had under your hips. And coming onto all fours, taking a moment to really set yourself up here. So the toes can either be tucked or the tops of the feet can be down, depending on what feels best for you. You want the hips directly over the knees, and then the hands directly under the shoulders, or if it feels better for you, you can take the hands forwards just a little bit like so and find a bit more space there. And then just taking a moment to really feel into what it feels like to have a neutral back here. So the spine is elongated and not kind of in any particular position, making it neutral. And then we're going to take some cat-cow movements. So as we inhale, we drop the centre of the back down, the chest and the heart lift, and the head looks forwards. And then as we exhale, the tail begins to tuck, the back arches, and the head drops down. Inhale, dropping the centre of the back, lifting the head. Exhale, arching the back, tucking the tail, dropping the head. So continuing with this movement at your own pace. So letting your breath guide the movement rather than the other way round. Really feeling into how the front body expands as we breathe in. And the back body expands and makes space as we breathe out. Let's take just a couple more of these movements. And then feeling free to get a little bit experimental with this. So you might move the body backwards and forwards a little bit. You might circle the shoulders over the wrists for a moment. You might take the head and look back towards the feet, one side and then the other. Just allowing your body any little wriggles or stretches or anything else that feels good, and then coming back to neutral. And then from here we're going to come into child's pose, so sitting back so that the hips come to the heels. If you find that you can't comfortably bring the hips all the way down, you can grab that blanket or pillow and just pop that under your bum, basically, on the kind of heels and the ankles, and then sink the body down so the palms are extended forwards and the head can come to rest on the mat. If your head doesn't come all the way down, you can create a support for it with your hands. So stack one fist on top of the other and rest your forehead down onto your hands. And then from here, walking the fingertips all the way over towards the right hand side so that you get a stretch through the left side of the body. And then walking the fingertips all the way over to the left hand side, creating the stretch through the right side of the body. And then walking the fingertips back to centre, coming up onto the tips of the pads of the fingers, letting the head rest down, activating the arms, extending all the way through from the shoulders to the fingertips. And then release. Slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time until you come up to kneeling, removing the blanket or the towel if you've had one in use. And then swinging the legs through, coming to sit with the feet on the floor, the knees bent. And you can either take hold of the knees to give your body some support, or if you want to use a little bit more strength, you can extend the arms out in front of you and start to slowly roll your way down. And then moving your feet in so that the feet are close into the hips. Arms and hands rest alongside the body on the floor. We're just going to take a few rolling bridges to finish off our practice this morning. So as you inhale, tilting the pelvis forward so the sacrum comes fully into contact with the ground. And then exhale, release the spine back to its natural curve. Inhale, tilting the pelvis, maybe lifting the very base of the spine just a centimetre off the mat. And exhale, release. Inhale, pressing into the feet, lifting the lower part of the spine a couple of centimetres, maybe a little bit higher, and then rolling down one vertebrae at a time, coming back. So continuing to work with your own breath here. As you inhale, each time lifting a little bit higher, and as you exhale, rolling all the way back down. Letting your breath guide the movement again, lifting a little bit higher each time. Really feeling into what's activated in the body here. So which muscles engage to lift the weight of the body, and which muscles engage to gently roll back down. And at what point can you release and let go of effort and activation? So feeling how the muscles along the edge of the spine help us to control that movement back down. The core muscles are moving. But can we be soft in the face? Is there any tension held in the face that could just be let go of for now? And maybe you're starting to find your natural highest point here. Maybe you're just keeping these movements really small and gentle. That's absolutely fine. So wherever you are now, we're going to do 2 more of these movements. So 2 more lifts as we inhale, rolling up. We exhale, rolling back down. 1 more, last one. Inhale, lifting up. And exhale, rolling back down. So option to stay here with the feet on the floor and the knees bent for a few moments at the end of this practice, or to extend the legs away and turn the palms upwards, coming into Shavasana. So letting go of all effort, allowing the body to settle and absorb the benefits of this practice. So thank you so much for joining me for this practice. If you have the time available to you and you want to stay in your final resting pose a little bit longer, then please take the time to do that. And if you need to get up and go about your day now, then I hope you have a wonderful day filled with joy and energy and lightness. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you.